I'm gonna try and make it quick. I don't know if I can make it quick, but I'm gonna do a quick pub days story. So not about people, um, but, an incident that happened whilst I worked at the pub. So just a reminder, pubs are the cornerstone of English society, and we don't need to be losing them, we need to be keeping them, right? I want to just say that. That's the reason why I started these. Pubs are important for lots of different reasons, and this is me talking on my experiences of working in the pub, right? Family pub. Um, I'm trying to do it without laughing because I know what I'm going to say. It was a Sunday. It was horse racing day on the TV. So we usually have old boys come in, get all the John Smiths and the Chestnut Milds and the Guinnesses and whatever else they're having ready, right? Get them all ready. Get the mixers ready because they're going to be there at 10 o'clock, right? I'm also doing the cleaning beforehand because the cleaner was, she wasn't cleaning. So I started coming in 3 hours early to do the cleaning shift, and then I opened the pub at 10 o'clock, right? So 7 till 10 cleaning, 10 till 2:30 sometimes, if I were lucky, first shift. Then I'd have a couple of hours off, and then I'd be back on 5:30 all the way through to 3:30 next morning to do the evening and night shift, right? Hold on, what did I say? Sunday. I didn't go all the way through to 3:30. I'm lying. That's a Saturday night. Sunday night, I managed to finish at 10:30, but I still got like a good 12 hours worth of, more than 12 hours worth of working, right? Three different shifts in one day, two of them rolling one after the other. I'm sad. You see, I can't keep things short, can I? Anyway, I've just done my cleaning, right? The cleaning involves also cleaning the toilets, the men's and the women's toilets, and those toilets had a reputation. I can't tell you how bad those toilets were. Did not matter how much you scrubbed and cleaned them. It were like embedded. It was ingrained. It was like it had taken on like own sentient being like abilities and decided to do whatever it wants in that bathroom, right? It took on that piss and that shit, and it become a new form that could not be got rid of, right? It was so bad. But it was a cheap pub, right? It's a cheap pub. It's just one big long room with a bar in it, and then you've got your stairs going up to what used to be old bed and breakfast. The landlord ended up living up there, and then it went down to the cellar as well, and you got a little bit of a storage area. You got one room at the back that had the kitchen in it, and obviously your women's, your men's, and one little pod for disabled toilet, right? But this was all one self-contained big building, and the pub was just one big room. I've just been into the men's to clean the men's, right? And I say to clean the men's, I did my best. I always put my heart and soul into everything, but honestly, it just needed bombing and starting again. I couldn't fix that, right? But I got it clean to the eye, right? And I can't even say I masked the smell. All I did was add some lemon into the mix. Right? I've put my wet floor sign in there, right? Because the floor is still wet and I don't want my old geezers falling over. And I open pub. I get all the beverages ready. I've got the John Smiths, the Chestnut Mild, the mixers, the Guinness, whatever else they're having. And they sat there ready at 10 in the morning, watching horse racing. They've got their bets on. They're going for it, right? They're all religiously, and they always used to come on a Sunday, and I love those guys so much. I love them so much. Roy was my man. Anyway, It comes to 10:30, so it's only been open half hour. And I go in there to get my wet floor signed, because by this time it should be dried. And I go in, and I just happen to look in the sink. And in the sink is, well, on the side of the sink is a pair of false teeth. And in the sink was a bunch of beard shavings. Right? Someone's face has partially fell off in my sink that I've just cleaned, and they've left it there. What's going on? I'm pissed off. It's only been half hour. Who the fuck has left their face in my sink? So I come out with my wet floor sign in one hand, and I got a palm like this, holding these here teeth, right? And I walks out, and I walks up to all my old lot, all my old blokes, and I'm going, these yours? Did you leave these? Was this you? Have you forgotten your teeth? Who was it? Right? They're all looking at me gone out, like, more shocked than normal with me, right? Because I know I do weird shit in the first place, but they're a bit more shocked because not only was I waving someone's false teeth in the face, I was very agitated, and I'm never agitated with the boys. Not them boys, right? Anyway, I went round everyone. There was nobody in there willing to own up to leaving the teeth and shaving the beard in my pub sink, right? I was fuming. I was so angry I got to clean it all over again. What do you do with a pair of teeth that people leave? What do you do with that? It's not like we have a lost and found for teeth. Do you know what I mean? I ended up getting a money bag, what we use for cash and change at bank, when we used to have to do bank run. And I just put them in there. Because I thought to myself, well, I can't bin them, because what if someone needs them? I don't know how much they cost. What if they cost a lot of money and I've just dumped somebody's teeth, very expensive teeth, and they can't eat solids for a long time, you know? And then so now I'm feeling very conflicted because, well, someone fucking left the teeth in my pub and shaved the beard in my sink that I'd just cleaned. But I also have a duty of care to these teeth. And then I felt really bad for shouting at all my old boys. So I went round and I apologised and I bought everyone a drink. Because as I say, they're cheap anyway. Right? And I don't really give it. I don't have, I didn't have any value for money. I would just give it away back in the day. It didn't matter to me. If it made somebody happy, so be it. A week passes by. A week, right? And this old bloke, I've never seen this old bloke before. I've never seen him in my life. In the whole 5 years that I was there, I've never seen him. Never. And I was full-time. Morning, afternoon, night, Monday to Sunday. Never seen him. He walks in, this little geezer, with his walking stick. And he comes up and he goes, have you cut my teeth? I don't know what it is. It must be when you get older, you lose your filter a bit. And they were ever so blunt and brash about it. Accusatory, as if I'd stole them. And I'm like, I'm slightly offended at that. But obviously I can't say that. I'm like, yeah, I've got your teeth. Are they your teeth? And he's going, my teeth. I found them for a week. And I'm like, I know, I've had them for a week. And I had to go and get the money bag with all this pub full of people and walk out with these teeth. And I gave him his teeth. And he put them in his pocket. He didn't even put them in there and then, which gobsmacked me. Must have not needed them that desperate. Must have not even needed them that bad. He put them in his pocket and he walked off. And that rate. teeth are gone forever. My teeth that I'd held on to for a week, that I've been looking after for a week, gone, just like that. And do you know, it weren't until he walked away, I didn't even ask him why the fuck he was shaving his fucking beard in my sink, and why he'd even took his teeth out in the first place to shave. And also, why didn't you remember him? How can you not remember to put your teeth back in a pub at 10:30 in the morning? Those answers will be unknown to me forever, and I'm so upset about that. I don't have the answers. I just have a very stupid story to remember for the rest of my days. I will never forgive myself for running up to Roy and shoving a pair of unidentified dentures in his face, asking them if he's his, and him going, no, he's not. Roy, I know you're not here anymore, but you're my favourite, and I'm sorry for shoving someone else's false teeth in your face and getting angry at you. But also, thank you for showing me that you got your own in still. Don't go to pubs and shave your beards in pubs. There's always another way. There's always another way. But on the other hand, that's a story I'll have forever, and only in a pub can something like that happen. And that's why we need pubs. That's why we need pubs. Do you know, I'm slightly upset that somebody actually came in for those teeth, because I wanted to keep them teeth in a money bag forever. You know, it's like proof for my story. Here's the evidence. It's not the same when you buy fake teeth, is it? You know. But there you go. Little story.